Yep. Yep.
Oh, thank you. My mic was muted. Sorry, I keep forgetting because I used OBS earlier today to screen capture some Patrick Star for the video, and I had to mute the microphone so that his voice didn't feed back into the microphone and play double. Matt says obligatory Blender wear comment. Look, Blender it's gonna be a long. You need to look into the future for Blender. It's a long. This video I'm taking my time with the Grievous in the Backrooms video because Blender is it's a freaking nightmare to deal with. So, Antenna, yo, what's going on? Kiwi, Kira, Top Digger, welcome. Thank you, Top Digger, by the way, for letting me know that the microphone was muted. I appreciate it.
Yep. Yep.
I sense no danger here. I sense no danger here.
Yep. Yep. That makes sense to me.
Qui-Gon Jinn, welcome. How's everyone doing? Kiwi says it's Christmas Eve for me. On the 23rd? What? What the? Christmas Eve on the 23rd? It's supposed to be on the 25th. Me? I'm the Grinch. I don't celebrate Christmas, and I never will. And I never will. Kiwi says New Zealand is ahead of everyone. Oh, you think you're better than everyone, huh? You're ahead, huh? New Zealand says, we're ahead of everyone. We're more advanced. Everyone else, they're in the past. We're in the future. Because you think you're better than everyone else, huh? Emperor Palpatine, you survived. Antenna says it's 24. Oh, 24. Lego Jar Jar. Yo. What's going on?
I sense no danger here. What?
I said, is that you?
I can't hear you! It's too dark in here!
Emperor Palpatine says, wait, you guys remember Sakura-chan? Yeah, I remember Sakura-chan. The faker. I'm pretty sure that was Kiadi Mundi. It was just on a different profile, that's all.
I can't hear you! It's too dark in here!
Top Digger says, I wonder if SpongeBob can bring the child in the child views like Bluey. SpongeBob can bring in the views from everywhere because SpongeBob is multi-generational. SpongeBob! SpongeBob is multi-generational. There are lots of different. There's so many seasons of SpongeBob. You know, everyone's grown up with SpongeBob, unless it's no longer continuing today. But I mean, even back when I was in high school, or even middle school, everyone was talking about SpongeBob. Matt says I've never seen SpongeBob. Well, I hadn't either. I've seen a couple episodes here and there. But I had to watch a bunch of top Patrick moments so that I could find the correct and the right scenes to use. But even still, I'm not sure if I'm using all the right ones. If I had seen the whole show when I was younger, I probably would have remembered a lot more. Or I'm not remembered. I would have had an understanding of which scenes to use better. Emperor Palpatine says, I can't hear you, it's too dark in here. Did you edit him to say that? No, he says that in an episode. Top Digger says, fun fact, my mom showed SpongeBob to my dad while they were dating and they bonded over it, so I kind of have SpongeBob to thank for existing. Dang, Top Digger's a SpongeBob baby. A SpongeBob baby. I've never met a SpongeBob baby before. That's crazy, dog. SpongeBob brought your mom and dad together. How beautiful. What a sweet story. Black Mabel says, I love your Bluey videos. Hey, thank you very much. And welcome, Black Mabel. How you doing? There will be more Bluey videos as long as people keep voting for them. I think I'm gonna do, for the time being, I think I'm gonna do this new system that I'm working with, which is I will put up polls to have people vote on 4 different videos, and the top video will end up being in it'll end up being the next video. So basically, here I'll give you a visual, because I need a visual myself. Where is my community page? So right here, so this poll right here, it says Kevin versus Anakin completed. Now what's next? The most liked comment on this post will be in the next poll. Now each poll only allows for 4 different options. So the way I'm doing it now is the top option, I make a video of it, and then once that one's done, there's an open slot. The most liked comment on each one of the posts will be the next one in the poll. So the next poll is going to be Peppa Pig versus Palpatine, Papa Palp's home defense, Louis blows up the Death Star, or Snape versus Palpatine, because this is the top comment, and so this will be in the next poll. Snape versus Palpatine, Peppa Pig, Papa Palp's home defense, and Bluey blows up the Death Star. Those are going to be the 4 options for the next poll, and it's going to be the same thing with the next poll. Top comment will get put into the next poll. And that's how I'm gonna do it for now. It doesn't mean I won't every now and then, make another video if I feel like making another video that's totally unrelated, but that's how I'm doing things right now. So if you have a good idea and other people think it would be a good idea, then make sure to put it in the comments. And if it gets voted up by other people, then it may end up actually being a new video. But obviously, it's got to be a good enough idea that other people want to get behind it. Pinky Steve 010 says, just watched the new video you uploaded 2 days ago about Kevin. Hilarious, loved it. Hey, thank you very much. Hopefully you'll like the next one. If you're a SpongeBob fan, maybe you will like it. And also, since I'm not done making this video, if you guys have any good ideas for the Patrick versus Palpatine video, then, comment in the chat, and if it's a really good idea, if the scene fits really well, then I'll use it.
Did you know you're my best friend?
No way. Oh, let's hear another one.
Okay.
Wow. I'll never look at you the same way again, SpongeBob. Gosh.
Lego Jar Jar says Lego Jar Jar versus Palpatine. Hey, if people vote for it, then for sure I'll make it. Top Digger says I'm looking for Patrick the Lions for a while. Nothing good yet. I'll keep searching.
What?
I said, is that you?
I can't hear you. It's too dark in here.
Black Mabel says he should say I am a star, and I will destroy the Death Star because I am a star. No, when I say lines, when I say things that Patrick should say, I mean things that are actually in SpongeBob, in the SpongeBob TV show. An actual scene from the SpongeBob TV show where he says a line that would make sense in the context of Palpatine versus Patrick Star. Not like I want to avoid, if I can, I want to avoid using AI voice lines. If I can't think of anything, then I will use AI voice lines, but for the most part, I try to keep it like actual lines from the characters. Hellfire 715 says 24. Yeah, 24. I saw that scene, and I thought to myself, you know, Palpatine laughs, so I could probably have a scene where he says 24, and then Palpatine laughs, but it's just a question of how I'm gonna get to that point. Because the end of this video is going to see Palpatine zap Patrick into a powder. But until that end comes, I need to figure out what Palpatine's gonna do in the meantime. He's probably gonna walk over to him just like... He's gonna have to walk over to him earlier. So probably when he sits down. Whatever, we still got time. We got time. I'm thinking about it. Emperor Palpatine says, who you calling butthead, butthead? Does he say that in one of the episodes? Maybe. Maybe this. No. I need to find Palpatine. Anakin becomes Darth Vader 4K. You're fulfilling your destiny, Anakin. I will do whatever you ask. Good. Good. The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader. Thank you, my master. Rise. Because the Council did not trust you, my young apprentice, I believe that you are the only Jedi with no knowledge of this plot. If the Jedi learned what has transpired here, they will kill us, along with all the senators. I agree. The Council's next move will be against the Senate. We must move quickly. The Jedi are relentless. If they are not all destroyed, it will be civil war without end. First, I want you to go to the Jedi Temple. Wipe out Viceroy Gunray and the other separatist leaders. I understand, Master. Every single Jedi, including your friend, Obi-Wan Kenobi, is now an enemy of the Republic.
Jedi are relentless. Will destroy.
The Jedi are relentless.
It will be civil war.
Civil war without end. Where is the... I think I'm gonna have to... I think I can use the scene... Maybe I could probably use this scene right here where he gets up. I could probably use that scene, have him getting up and walking over to Patrick. We'll see what I'll have to make a green screen of it first, and then we'll see. Determination 709 says, I won't stop posting. Tiff Kirby right back at ya versus Palpatine until Misa makes it. Look, if you want that to become a video, you're gonna have to get people to vote on it, because that's how it's gonna work. People are gonna vote on what they want, and if no one votes for Tiff Kirby, I don't even know what Tiff Kirby is. I know what Kirby is, but I don't know what Tiff Kirby is. But if people don't vote for it, then I won't make it. So people gotta vote for it. Mr. Shake Meme says, Patrick, full power. Prince says, should I tell you where the blue milk comes from? Yes. Yeah. Tell me. Tell me, where does it come from? Prince says, let's just say it coming from a Kaminoan body part I can't say on YouTube. Yeah, I highly doubt that's where it comes from. It is Tatooine. I'm pretty sure they don't import their blue milk from Kamino. So nice try, but wrong. Incorrect.
First,
I want you to go to the Jedi Temple. We will catch them off balance.
We will.
Look at that smile. Look at that happy smile. Look at that kid. You mean that happy child? No! Not that one. Matt says TIFF is an image format. I still don't know what that means though. Like TIFF Kirby, I don't understand what that means. Image format, I don't get it. Determination says, like the whole personality of Tiff and Kirby right back at ya, other than not being underestimated. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I feel like my primary language is no longer English. I don't know what that means. That doesn't make any sense.
What about the other Jedi spread across the galaxy?
The betrayal will be dealt with. I wonder if there's even an angle that I can use for this. Maybe not. Determination says, Matt, no, the other tip who doesn't want to be underestimated. Do you want to look it up? Prince says the Kaminoans put a prank in every single clone. A prank? Oh yeah. Big prank. Order 66. Huge prank. Epic prank. Melon Playground Guy says, Lego Jar Jar, we will catch his stash unbalanced. You must be done, Darth Jar Jar. Do not hesitate. Drink all the milk. Alright. I will. Don't worry. I'll drink all the milk. Lego Jar Jar says, when someone at Disney would say, somehow Mace Windu has returned when Disney's out of ideas. Well, they're too late because Samuel Jackson is too old to do somehow Mace Windu returns, so it's too late. They waited too long. They should have done somehow Mace Windu return like 10 years ago. And they could have done it, and I think a lot of people would have loved it, actually. I mean, if they could do it right. Unfortunately, because as I've said before, I'll say it again, and I'll say it again and again until Kathleen Kennedy's fired. Until she's fired, everything that she touches is going to be either mediocre or trash. You know, I hear the new Star Wars show is good, but is it good enough to revive the Star Wars fan base? I think at this point, maybe not. I mean, because I can look at it and I can say, okay, even if it's not a horrible show, it doesn't really look that appealing to me. And I think a lot of other people are saying the same thing. A lot of other people aren't watching the show because they really have no reason to. Because it's just doesn't look very interesting. But that's because they've been burned so many times. So, whose fault is that? That's the leadership's problem. It's the leadership's fault. Kathleen Kennedy, it's her fault. How dare she? Anyway. Wygon says, nah, Samuel is returning for Mando. It's been confirmed. Has it been confirmed? Really? Are they actually? Okay, I'm Googling this right now. If you're lying to me, you're gonna get timed out. Samuel Jackson, who played Jedi Master Mace Windu in Star Wars prequel trilogy, has expressed interest in returning to the role in The Mandalorian or in a Star Wars Mace Windu Disney Plus series. Jackson has said that he's open to playing Mace Windu again and that he'd be willing to learn to use his lightsaber left-handed. He also said that he thinks Windu is still alive. There's a history of one-armed characters surviving in the Star Wars universe. You know, if they did it right, which is a big if, they could make one of the most returns. And the stakes are there because Mace Windu chopped off Boba Fett's father's head. And so the stakes are there. We can set up two antagonizing forces against each other. Mace Windu and Boba Fett facing off against each other. As I've said before, if they want to do this, they can, but the way they can do this correctly, as I've said before, is they can show a storyline where Mace Windu gets thrown out the window in Revenge of the Sith, and after he gets thrown out the window, he lands without dying, but he's so injured that he can't protect himself. So someone comes along and they intend to cash him in for a bounty. They put him in carbon freezing. And that's the reason why Mace Windu doesn't appear in the original trilogy, because he's put in carbon freezing. Now, after they put him in carbon freezing, something happens to them. And then Mace Windu's carbon slab ends up like sitting in a warehouse for literally for years. For 20, 30 years, he's stuck in carbon freezing. Like he's stuck in stasis. They can do that. That can work. Question is, are they going to do it? What are they gonna do? There's good ways to bring him back and bad ways. Are they gonna do it in a good way? Probably not. Probably not. If they are bringing him back, it's probably gonna be lackluster, disappointing, unfortunately. Why? Why? Because Mace Windu is a male character, and Kathleen Kennedy doesn't like men. Kathleen Kennedy doesn't like men. She likes to spit on them. And so, unfortunately, because she doesn't like men, she's gonna probably she's gonna dumpster Mace Windu's character as well. She's gonna make sure that there's some female there. Kathleen Kennedy is gonna make sure that there's some female in the Mace Windu show or whatever that shows up Mace Windu, that shows Mace Windu who's boss and kicks his ass or something. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna turn Mace Windu into a little bitch. That's what Kathleen Kennedy wants to do to Mace Windu. They're digging him out. They're digging him out of the treasure trove so that they can throw him into the dumpster. Unfortunately, that's my suspicion. I hope that's not true. I hope that doesn't happen, but I consider it likely that that's what will happen. Determination says, in case you are seeing this, can you look up for Tiff Kirby so you know who that is? Nope, I will not look it up unless people vote for it, and that will be in the community posts. If you post the comment on the community post and it gets the highest votes, then it will be in the next poll for people to vote on whether or not it's going to be made into a video. And if people vote for it, then I will look it up. I will look it up then, and I will make it into a video. But if it's not going to be a video, then it would be a waste of my time to look it up. Unless, of course, you got the money. Unless, of course, you got some money for me. By the way, here's a little amendment I would like to make, which was already true before, but the way I'm doing things now is people are voting on the next videos, or what's going to be the next video. If someone would like to subvert the audience's expectations, then they can pay for a video that they really want to see. And the current price, the current cost for me to make a video for you specifically is between $100 and $200. Depending on the project, you will have to let me know what it is, and I will let you know how much it cost. But currently, and I know that price is higher than it was before, but there's a reason for that. It's because my analytics tells me I was losing money the last 2 months that I was taking video requests that weren't video requests that weren't getting any views, I was losing money on. Even though I was taking super chats to make videos, I was losing money because the amount of time that I had to spend making those videos and the return I got for making those videos was less than stellar. So from now on, all video requests need to be between $100 and $200 at the very least. Otherwise, it won't be worth it for me to make it. I have to focus on what I think. I don't even know. I have to focus on what I think will make a large enough amount of views for me to be able to, you know, pay my bills. But I don't even know what video that's going to be yet. So in some ways, it's kind of like a stab in the dark. But that's why I'm using like community post polls to help give me some ideas on what people want to see. Lego Jar Jar says, what would happen if George Lucas never sold Lucasfilms? I think people would be much happier when it comes to, like, Star Wars. I think generally it would be much better. But also, I guess that most people wouldn't be able to know how bad it could have been under Disney, so maybe they wouldn't be much happier, because they really have nothing to compare it to. But, because, like, most of us now would be like, hey, we want George Lucas back, because even though the prequels were not the best thing ever, and some people think they are the best thing ever, but a lot of other people also think the prequels were not the best thing ever. But even the people that didn't think that the prequels were the best thing ever, still would like to see George Lucas back rather than Disney, because they realize that Disney's worse. You know, for whatever mistakes George Lucas made during the prequels, everyone knows that the prequels still had a lot of positive aspects about them, and Disney has failed to create a movie trilogy that has enough positive aspects to outweigh the negative aspects. So, unfortunately, people would prefer to see Disney back. I mean, away and to see George Lucas back.
Jedi are relentless.
Matt says, as bad as the prequels were, those were not made with malicious intent. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, one of the things about the sequels is that there were actual situations where directors, for example, like Rian Johnson, he said himself that he wanted to create a divisive movie. And there's only one way to create a divisive movie, and that is to make something that you know is going to make a lot of people mad. And so Rian Johnson intentionally went about to make people upset with his Star Wars movie. George Lucas never did that. He never intended to make anyone upset with any of the prequel movies. Emperor Palpatine says, only if you cough up the bucks I will. Oh, at determination. Qui-Gon says, the only reason why Kathleen Kennedy controls Star Wars was because George worked together on Jurassic Park with her, so it's actually all Steven Spielberg's fault. Well, if it's Steven Spielberg's fault, then I'm disappointed with Steven Spielberg, because apparently, you know, he's made quite a few critically acclaimed movies himself, so I expect better from Steven Spielberg. Steven, I expect better from you. Steven! Why have you done this to us? If it's Steven's fault, then he needs to come forward and issue a public apology to all Star Wars fans everywhere. I demand a public apology from Steven Spielberg to Star Wars fans. A public apology. he better say sorry. He say, I'm sorry that I had Kathleen Kennedy. I'm sorry that I recommended that people choose Kathleen Kennedy for head of Lucasfilm because I never should have done that. It was a mistake. I want him to say sorry. If he doesn't, then I'm never gonna watch any of his movies ever again. That will be a huge loss of revenue to him. Steven Spielberg is about to lose millions of dollars. And he will never recover. Which, you know, he deserves it. That's what you get for spiting Star Wars fans. You lose all your money. All of it. Every single dollar. Not just the quarters, but the dimes and the pennies too. All of it. Lost. Emperor Palpatine says, I love The Phantom Menace overall. I think it's the best of the prequels, but scene-wise, my favorite scenes are from episode 2 or 3. So, you think the first one is the best, but all the scenes that you like are from the other two. You know, to a certain degree, I think that doesn't make any sense, Emperor Palpatine. That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. You like all of them except for... You liked The Phantom Menace most, but all your favorite scenes are in other movies? Top Digger says, just make Steven Spielberg the new president of Star Wars. What? No! If you make him the new president of Star Wars, then he's probably gonna add, like... He's probably gonna make, like, an E.T. Star Wars crossover. And then add, like, the Apollo 23 moon landing mission to Star Wars or something like that. Biggest mistake ever, making Steven Spielberg the head of Lucasfilm? No. Johnny Doe says, you gotta throw in Anakin saying, I hate you. I hate you to who? To who? To who? What are you talking about? Matt says, I remember Attack of the Clones being the first Star Wars movie that I was bored at. I went to my dad to the cinema to see it, and he fell asleep during the screening. Dang, Attack of the Clones was that bad? You fell asleep? That's funny. That makes me think of most movies that I watch today. I just want to fall asleep because I'm just so bored out of my mind. Why is this not? Is this not fun because I'm not a kid anymore? Is that the reason why movies suck? Is that the reason why movies suck now? Because I'm a kid? Or is it just because they're terrible at making movies now? I think it's the latter, because, you know, old people used to go to the movies and enjoy it. And I used to enjoy going to the movies, and now I don't enjoy going to the movies. Which is why I don't. Because I have no reason to go to the movies. Why go to the movies? If you don't enjoy it, why go? What is the point of all of this?
Their betrayal will be dealt with. Do not hesitate, show no mercy. Only then will you be powerful enough in the dark side to save Padme. Do not hesitate, show no mercy.
Top Digger says E.T. in Star Wars is basically just Skeleton Crew, and it's pretty good. Qui-Gon Jinn says Phantom Menace is underrated. Of course Qui-Gon Jinn would say that. That's the only movie you're in, Qui-Gon. E.T. in Star Wars already exists. Search it up. I know, E.T. is in Attack of the Clones. I know. Matt says, I can't wait for the Star Wars vs. Marvel crossover. Hey, well, people gotta vote for it. People vote for it, it'll happen. Excuse me. Matt says, I mean, like official Disney sanctioned Marvel vs. Star Wars movie. It'll happen once they run out of money. Maybe. I mean, there's no guarantee that they'll do something like that. I have a hard time envisioning them actually going forward with like a Marvel x Star Wars kind of thing. If anything, they'll just reboot Marvel and they'll reboot Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is due for a reboot, unfortunately. And I don't mean reboot as in like the original films that George Lucas did. Like, they need to take all of Disney Star Wars that they have made so far. They need to throw it in the dumpster, and they need to start over. They need to start over from where they started in, what, 2014 with The Force Awakens. They miserably failed with that. And so, how do you fix that? Well, you just reboot. Start over. Make a new sequel trilogy. Just admit your failure. Disney has to admit their failure. The surest sign that there will be no good Star Wars in the future is Disney will be unable to admit their failure, which is why I think things will continue as they are. Unfortunately and sadly, I don't think there will ever be a resurgence of Star Wars because the people that own the brand will not admit their failure. They will not say, we made a mistake, we effed up, we are sorry, and we're going to do better. We're going to do better. We're going to put more people. We're going to create a team of people that make sure that canon isn't being broken, that it's taken seriously. We're going to get the best directors and writers in Star Wars to make good stories in Star Wars that at the very least, most people can enjoy, as opposed to like, well, we found, here's a couple gay people that liked our sequel trilogy. It's like, okay, but everyone else hates it. And so, you know, you need to improve Disney Star Wars needs to learn from their mistakes. You know, failure. The greatest teacher failure is, as it says in The Last Jedi, the greatest teacher failure is. Yes, you must learn failure. Yes, folly also. The greatest teacher failure is. And Disney failed. They failed miserably, and they still haven't learned from it. They still haven't learned. You know? You can keep movies like, you can keep Rogue One. That's fine. You need to get rid of Solo. I'm sorry. Solo needs to go. I'm not sorry. Solo needs to go. I think most people can agree Solo needs to go. It's actually pretty decently fun, but unfortunately, it's not very good when it comes to, like, story writing when it comes to the character of Han Solo. So if they had made the Solo story about someone other than Han Solo, I would have accepted it, I think, as an actual Star Wars film. But it was supposed to be about Han Solo, and they didn't really do a good job of that. The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker, The Force Awakens, those 3 movies, they need to go. They need to go bye-bye. Gone. What else needs to go? The Book of Boba Fett needs to go. Bye-bye. Ahsoka Tano show needs to go. Bye-bye. You can keep the 7th season of the Clone Wars, even though half of that season was dog shit. People say, oh, it was a really good, it was a really good way to end the show, but unfortunately, Season 7 of the Clone Wars, Ahsoka Tano and Maul was cool, but there were literally filler episodes in the most important, like, closeout season of the Clone Wars. This is supposed to be the final season. The final season of any show should not contain filler episodes under any circumstances. That should not happen. I mean, filler episodes are already bad enough as it is because they don't service most people that watch the show. Most people don't like watching filler episodes. But it's even worse when it's in the finale season of the show. The Clone Wars Season 7 is supposed to be the final season, and they have filler episodes with these two characters that nobody gives a shit about, and nobody still gives a shit about, and I don't think anyone even remembers who the hell they are. The 2 broccoli-haired ladies. Those 2. No one cared about them at all, and they didn't need to exist. What they should have done with Clone Wars Season 7 is they should have spent time with the characters that we saw die in Revenge of the Sith. They should have made an episode for Ki-Adi-Mundi. They should have made an episode for Plo Koon. They should have made an episode for Aayla Secura. They should have made an episode for whatever that lady was on the speeder bike. Or someone important, an important character. And instead, they wasted like 3 or 4 episodes on the 2 androgynous broccoli-haired ladies that are living in the underbelly of Coruscant that no one cares about. So, it's great. Maul versus Ahsoka, that's good. That's fantastic. But why on earth people make these decisions is beyond me. Like, let's put absolutely nobody characters into this show and force everybody to watch them when they clearly, like, who's interested in watching that? Anyone in the chat, raise your hand if you thought that those 2 characters were a necessary addition to Star Wars. And if you raise your hand, you're gonna get banned forever. No, you won't get banned forever. But it was worthless and pointless. Rebels is okay. It's got its moments where it's pretty good, but most of the really good moments are I think with the villains. I don't really particularly like the cast of Rebels very much. Other than Kanan. I guess Kanan and Hera are like the adults, and then all the rest of the cast are like stupid babies. So I don't know. And then The Mandalorian season 1 and 2 were good. They obviously, I mean, they have some problems, but for the most part, I would say that they're pretty decent. And when I watched them, I actually had fun watching them. It was interesting to watch the show. You know, it was pretty good. Season 3, I don't know what are they doing? Season 3 isn't even about the Mandalorian. Season 3 is about Bo-Katan. They should have just called the show Bo-Katan. If you don't want to make a show about the Mandalorian, then don't do it. Just make a new show. Call it Bo-Katan. And just make it about her and leave Mando out of it. The way Mandalorian Season 2 ends, and if you watch the beginning of Mandalorian Season 3, you will, unless you watch Book of Boba Fett, you will have no idea why the hell a Mandalorian is back with Grogu when his sole mission was to get him back to the Jedi. He does that, and then right in the very beginning of the next season, he and Grogu are just hanging out together. It's like, for anyone who didn't watch the other show, Book of Boba Fett, they'll be like lost. They'll be totally lost. They'll be like, did I miss a season somewhere in here? So they majorly effed up season 3 of The Mandalorian. Absolutely horrible. Horrible, terrible. I cannot tell. Like, I would say Mandalorian, I mean, in some ways, The Mandalorian Season 3 is more egregious than some of these other shows because this was like the first time that Disney actually had original characters that were doing well, and they just shat explosive diarrhea literally all over Mando and Grogu. That's what they did, basically. They just couldn't help themselves. They said, this is too good. Anything Disney takes anything that's good and they're like, this is too good to be true. Let's put this in the dung house and cover it with poop, and then we'll present it to the customer. We'll present it to the customer like this. Yeah, I'm sure everyone will love this. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be so good. Everyone's gonna love it. There'll be lots of, it'll be in all the award ceremonies too. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Bobtail Entertainment says, Jar Jar, I love how Disney is just getting bashed by fans, and Sonic 3 has gained so much more profit than the stupid Mufasa movie. Fans are fed up with Disney's crap. I want to watch Sonic 3 so bad right now. Yeah, Sonic 3 I heard was pretty good, and the Mufasa movie, like, I think you could understand from the trailer that was going to be a bust from the very beginning. A movie that didn't need to exist, nobody asked for. The live-action Lion King movie wasn't even good, from what I heard. I haven't even watched it, but I've seen some of the comparisons between the original animated film and the live-action film, or the live-action animated film, and it's literally inferior in every way. So it's like, why? They probably spent more money on it, way more money on making it, and it got almost nothing in return. Melon Playground Guy says, Grogu coming back to Mando just making the end of season 2 pointless. It did, and it really ruined Mando's character and the whole like situation, because Mando had a chance to go on like a new character arc. You know, he had a chance to develop as a character in another way. It started out with him and Grogu. Although I think they could have written that whole situation better, of Mandalorian, I guess you could say, like, because originally I think he was sent to go kill Grogu or something. Yeah, he was like sent to go kill Grogu at first, but he ended up keeping him alive or something like that, because he points his blaster at him, and then at the last moment he decides not to. The robot was there to... The robot, the one IG droid was there to kill Grogu as well, and then he ended up shooting the droid in the back. But... So I think they probably could have wrote that better in The Mandalorian to make it so that it was more believable that he went from just being a standard bounty hunter that just goes and collects bounties and it doesn't matter what the job is, to someone who has a heart for, you know, little baby Grogu or something like that. So Qui-Gon says Disney must unlearn what they have learned. You must unlearn what you have learned. Minecraft Zombie Dude 2003 says The Last Jedi is what ruined, which led Grogu coming back to Mando. Matt says, I want Palpatine to return again in Mandalorian and then go execute Order 66, with Mando just turning around and blasting Grogu into oblivion. Yes. That would be excellent. Epic.
I sense no danger here. I sense no danger here.
What? I said, is that?
Generasted One Kenobi, yo, what's going on? Qui-Gon Jinn says, Disney, hello, I like money. That's the look, Qui-Gon Jinn, I've heard plenty of people say that, but it's just wrong. The problem is that Disney doesn't like money. The problem is that the people in charge of Lucasfilm don't like money. Because if they liked money, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing because they are losing money. So many people are like, oh, Disney doing it for the money. They're not doing it for the money. They are doing it for ideology. If you don't understand this, and many people, I guess they refuse to understand it because they don't want to be called like a bigot or some kind of phobic person or something. The reason why Kathleen Kennedy and the people in charge of Lucasfilm are creating the garbage they're creating is because they are political ideologues. Because they have a political message that they want to send. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. They are literally going Joker mode. They are burning down Lucasfilm and Disney to send a message. That is the reason for all the woke bullshit, in all of these stupid ass movies that they've been making. The entire reason for it is because they want to send a message. Not because they like money. Because they are losing money. They don't want money. They want to make you suffer. That's what they want. These people don't care about money. They don't want money. They hate you. They hate you so much. They hate you for being a man. They hate you for being heterosexual. And they want you to suffer, which is why they create media that you do not want to see. Because they hate your guts. Because of some kind of misplaced idea about, you know, being mistreated by, you know, some other people, whatever, you know, someone gets treated poorly because they perceive that they've been treated poorly because they are a woman, and so some woman is like, well, I hate all men now, and I'm going to make all men suffer. And it's like, look, I understand that there's, look, one man here, one man there did something bad to you, and now you're upset. I understand you have a reason to be upset, but you don't have to hate all men. Look, all men are not your enemy. Do you understand? I hope you understand that, right?
Like, I hate all men. I don't care. I hate all men.
Now it's time to start headbanging.
I hate all men.
Master Yoda.
So, these people don't care. Money, it's about the money. I hear lots of people, like, you know, I'll hear like Star Wars theory say it, and, you know, other mainstream critics will say it. They'll be like, oh, it's about those dollars. It's about those dollar signs. Except it's not, because they will constantly tell you about how Disney is losing money. Every time you turn around, the same exact, like, critic type creators will say, Disney only cares about the money. They don't care about telling stories. They only care about the money. And then at the same exact time, they'll say, this bombed. This project bombed. They lost tons of money. They lost money here. They lost money there. Okay, which is it? Do they care about the money, or do they care about something else? And the answer should be obvious to anyone. They just care about their message, and the message has nothing to do with money. And they will shove that giant, long, cylindrical message down your throat. They will shove it down your throat, and they will squirt their Disney juices into your mouth. And without your consent, too. They'll do it without your consent. They will make you suffer. They will do very bad things to you that start with the letter R. And without your consent. That's enough. That's enough ranting for today, I think. Right? We've heard enough. I don't need to rant anymore. Let's just make SpongeBob video. Let's make Patrick Star versus Palpatine. Let's put it all behind us. Don't worry about Lucasfilm. Look, the only solution we have now is to create our own Star Wars universe, to create our own sci-fi universe, to make our own stuff. Okay, we can't rely on Hollywood to make our stories anymore. We have to make our stories for ourselves. Don't worry about Hollywood. Hollywood is dead. We have to make our stories for ourselves. Be creative. New creatives must rise up. Are you feeling inspired yet? Matt says Jar Jar went from Doomslayer to Bob Ross. Yeah, don't worry about it. Everyone, let's just relax. Chill, relax. Watch me make this Patrick Star video. Everyone gather around. Sometimes the video has a few little mistakes. I like to call those mistakes those little mistakes, I like to call them happy accidents. From time to time, there's going to be a little mistake in one of my videos. Something just doesn't look right, it's out of place, I fail to camera track it properly. You know, character says the wrong thing. It happens. They're just happy accidents.
What? What?
Caterade7 says, bro, this is inspirational. I'm glad you're inspired. Rango Studio says, no wonder he's talking long and not paying attention to the chat. I am paying attention to the chat. Minecraft Zombie Dude says he has a First Amendment right to rant and long talk about Star Wars, Disney, and Lucasfilm. Not looking at our chat. Bobtail Entertainment says, so true, Jar Jar. That's why YouTubers like you or Glitch Studios or Lackadaisy are doing in a lot of ways better than Hollywood. Content creators like us actually care about our audiences. I care about... That's right, I care about you. I love you. To all the Jar Jar Studios audience... Wait, where's the clip? Where's the clip? I had it right here. To everyone in the Jar Jar Studios audience, this is what I have to say to you.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Himori Khan says Palpatine? Ugh, bye. What do you want to see then? You don't want to see Palpatine? I'm sorry, Himori, but this is what the audience voted for, and so this is what they're gonna get. People asked for Palpatine versus Patrick Star versus Palpatine, so I have to make it because that's what people asked for. What else am I gonna do? I'm gonna say no? Well, everyone voted for this, but I'm gonna say
No, you won't get the videos you want. You will die.
Master Yoda.
What?
Melon Playground Guy says, you do love us when we have money. Shut up, Melon Playground Guy. You have never donated a single thing to this channel. Never once, okay? And I still love you. I love you, okay? Even though you haven't paid me a single cent, I still love you, Melon Playground Guy, so you shut your mouth. How dare you? How dare you doubt my love for you, Melon Playground Guy? You shut up.
You survived.
RW says Jar Jar saying that he loves 13-year-olds caught in 4K. Well, first of all, it's not 4K, it's 1080p. And second of all, there's nothing wrong with loving 13-year-old kids. Okay, that's totally fine. Okay, your idea. I don't know what you imagine in your mind. Your idea of love and my idea of love are two very different things. I don't know what you think of as love. Okay, I love my mom and my dad. I don't know what that means to you. When you say you love someone, I don't know what that means to you, 4RW. If that means that you're inserting an organ inside of them, if that's your only idea of love, then I'm sorry, I can't help you, because that's not the only actual way you can love someone. So there are many forms of love. There are many different ways in which you can love someone. So, I don't know what you're thinking or where you're going with that, but that's not my view of love. Okay? So, 4RW says Jar Jar definitely needs to be put in a home. Rango Studios says This America where we have First Amendment rights to long speech talk and long speech rant, which is in 2024, Trump elected CEO murdered by Luigi and other stuff is what America is all about. But murdering CEOs is not what America is about. 4RW says, I love my parents like I love furry femboys. That's not a good thing. It's good to love your parents, but I'm not really sure about the furry femboys part. I'm not in favor of, I'm just gonna say it right now, 4RW, I am not in favor of sexualizing animals. I think that's a very bad thing, so.
Master Yoda,
What?
you survived.
Yep.
Minecraft Zombie Dude says, listen, Rango, this is the world we live, so Rango and other people in the chat, let the world move on. Sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it may go wrong, but this is the world we live in now, so for 2024. Huh? Huh?
Yep. Yep.
Rango Studio says, well, I guess you're right, 2024 may had got bad stuff going on this year. Yeah, that happened. Bad stuff. Bad stuff definitely happened in 2024. A lot of bad stuff. How will we survive? How can we hope to survive with all of these bad things happening in 2024?
What?
You survived.
Yep.
Wait, what? What's happening? Helen Playground Guy says, that's just nasty to even think about sexualizing animals. I agree. 4RW says it was a joke. Well, it's not a funny joke. Jokes about furry femboys are not funny because furry femboys are not funny. Because what furries are attempting to do is normalize the way that people look at animals in a way that they shouldn't look at animals, okay? Animals do not want your seed, okay? Animals do not want the kind of love that you should show towards your spouse is not the kind of love that you need to show towards an animal. Animals don't want that. And so, unfortunately, furries, they are promoting that kind of viewpoint, which is not good, which is why I don't like furries. Rango Studio says, should be Trump headed back to the White House by now with his Secret Service motorcade as a re-elected president? Yeah, he will be. Minecraft Zombie Dude says, well, he needs more work. I mean, Trump needs more work before getting back at the White House as re-elect president. Melon Playground Guy says, Jar Jar loved me? Yes, we already established that. I love you very much, Melon Playground Guy. Al Telly the Bum says, I heard Sonic 3 trampled Mufasa in the box office. That would be funny if Mufasa was in Sonic 3. Rango Studio says, I'm just saying Trump should be back in the White House already. Well, he doesn't get re-inaugurated until, I think the 21st of January. Or, I guess the 20th of January, so...
I sense no danger here.
Master Yoda,
What?
you survived.
Yep.
I gotta take a little bathroom break, so I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while. You're gonna watch a story. There's this beautiful story, and let's see if you... Alright, let's see. Here it is.
No one ever in their right minds ever wanted to hear the story of Momo and Jar Jar, and you didn't think you wanted to either, and you probably still don't, but I'm gonna tell it anyway, because that's why you're here. This is the story of two lonely freaks. Momo was a horror character. Everyone neglected her as she was so hideous. Whenever she tried to make friends, everyone screamed and ran. Jar Jar Binks was the classic comic relief character from the Star Wars prequels who everyone hated. I mean, I thought it was pretty good, not gonna lie. Jar Jar was going through another day of being hated. At least 27 boulders were thrown at him as he was walking back to his abandoned lake when he came across an abandoned playground. So he went and sat on the swings. He looked to his and saw a girl sitting there. I mean, we all know that this was Momo. That's pretty obvious, right? Jar Jar, being Jar Jar, went up to her and was like, "Misa saw you crying. Misa upset too." "You're dumb," said Momo, and so they went back to Jar Jar's lake where Momo had absolutely no scuba gear and she drowned. When she awoke in the morning, they went off to get the marriage. All the inmates cheered as the new couple left the raft. "Should we try to stop them?" asked Officer Timmy. "Nah, I don't want to touch that thing," said Officer Kasim. Momo worked her day job at scaring kids as Jar Jar stayed home. After about 6 years, Jar Jar announced something to his wife. "Momo, we're going to have a baby." 6 days later, the baby was born. They called him Moto Moto. Moto Moto was the most hideous creature anyone had ever seen. At least 400 landmines had been placed around the playpen outside the lake, but none of them managed to kill the the hideous creature. One day, Momo cried out the most hideous scream. Jar Jar, who was busy playing Grand Theft Auto 3 at the time, didn't hear it, so Momo stabbed him with a plastic fork and they went to find Moto Moto. Unfortunately for them, the Russian military had gotten there first, and they went and picked up Moto Moto and dropped him into Africa. Unfortunately, he survived the fall, killing at least 20 zebras, which is where he remains to this day. The military came up to Momo and Jar Jar and apologized to them for making them feel like outcasts their whole lives, and told them they had a wonderful surprise for them. "Hop aboard the helicopter," instructed Officer Kasim. First, they flew over a chemical waste field where Timmy pushed Momo out. Why you do this? We did nothing. Misa upset now." Then they flew over China and dropped Jar Jar into a labor camp, and everyone lived happily ever after. The end. No one.
What a beautiful story. Amazing. Unbreakable Grass says, "You're a Jedi, Patrick." Unbreakable Grass says, LOL, anyways, how is this software when using it to edit videos? I'm wanting to get a good editor, but I don't know what. Well, I think if you're a beginner and you don't have any, and if you don't have any intention to go professional or do anything really professional, if you just want to do it as a hobby, HitFilm Express is a really good place to start. I only recently bought HitFilm Pro because there were a few more features that I wanted to unlock from it. But like 99% of all the videos that I make on my channel were made with HitFilm Express, and HitFilm Express is it's very user friendly. You just watch a couple of tutorials, you'll learn things as you go. It's a much easier video software, I think, than Adobe or DaVinci. But if you do want to go professional, you probably want to pick one of those up. The only reason I don't use Adobe or DaVinci is because I would have to relearn everything because I'm used to HitFilm Express or HitFilm Pro, I guess now. Unbreakable Grass says, do you think the software editors depend on the type of videos? I guess I know the type of videos you do, so would you say this is mainly for these type of videos or just anything in general? Just not like really deep details. I mean, this is really good for, I mean, you could use this for anything. I mean, you could even use this for making a movie. It's just that DaVinci or Adobe is probably going to be like better, but it's more complicated. So if you want to do like simpler things, like if you, for example, just wanted to do like a slideshow, HitFilm Express is absolutely perfect for that. Like, it would be super easy to do. If you want to make shitpost videos like I do, HitFilm Express is perfect for that. If you want to make like random videos for your friends or whatever, HitFilm is also perfect for that. That's what I think anyway. Qui-Gon Jinn says, it just brings you to the desktop app, but not to the server itself. Oh, the Discord link. Matt says Windows Movie Maker was truly a blessing back in the day. Unbreakable Grass says I don't really plan on making movies anytime soon, but the videos you do is probably what I'll do, and like gaming focused videos too. I'll definitely look into it. Thanks. Yeah, I think it would be good for that, and you're welcome. I wish you well, sir. The best way to do it is like you just have to start doing it, and you'll learn as you go, and you just have to start doing it. If you don't start doing it, you probably never will do it. But most of your videos in the beginning are just not going to be very good, and you just have to be okay with that, and you just have to keep making them until finally you can make good videos. Like my early videos, some glazers will say that my early videos are really good. I don't think so. but anyway, yeah, you just have to be okay with your videos not being that great in the beginning, and you just got to keep making them until you finally can make good videos. But it's gonna take time. Unbreakable Grass says, "Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna vote Patrick for your poll. I wonder if you'll do it." Unbreakable Grass, I'm already doing it. I'm working on making it. You don't need to vote for Patrick. He's already being made. Unbreakable says, "May I ask what this process is that you're doing currently?" I'm tracking. I'm tracking a pixel because the scene is moving. If you look at it, this is the scene where Palpatine's walking forward. The camera is moving over, and so in order to get Patrick to move with the scene, because the scene is moving. In order to get Patrick to move with the scene, I have to track something on the scene to make sure that his movement aligns with the scene. That way, it looks better when you track it. The closer you track it, the better it looks. That's why you see in other people's videos, you'll see, like, for example, if they attach a head onto another character and it just doesn't look right because the head is moving separate from the other character, it's because they didn't track the head properly. So every time the camera moves, you need to track the scene. That's why it's generally easier for me to edit scenes that don't have a lot of camera movement. Or if they do have a lot of camera movement, it's better if they have if there's not a lot of frames. If it's very short movement. You'll see once it's done. I think that so far this has been the most tedious process that I've had to do throughout the entire video. I mean, this clip that I'm editing right now is like 11 seconds long, and it's like, I think I want to say it's 60 frames per second. It might be 30 frames per second. I might have switched to 30. I think the export, yeah, I think it's 30 frames per second. 4RW says, this is depressing. No one's arguing today. What do you mean? I thought you had enough of an argument earlier today. What do you want to argue about? Hmm? What do you want to argue about? Is the sky blue? Question, is the sky blue? 4RW, tell me. Is the sky blue or not? RW says no. No, actually. Yeah, guess what? The sky is blue. And if you don't believe the sky is blue, you're a dummy. Scientifically proven by you? I don't think so. I don't think anything has been scientifically proven by you. I don't think you've scientifically proven a single thing in your entire life. I don't think you know anything about science. You wouldn't know the first thing about science. You wouldn't understand science if a beaker was smashed into your skull. You wouldn't understand science. You wouldn't understand gravity even if an anvil fell on top of your head. Matt says sky is a social construct. It can be whatever color we want it to be. Matt. You're right. You're correct. The sky is a social construct. Everything's a social constructs are social constructs. By the way, did you, for all the people who think about social constructs, did they ever think that a social construct is a social construct? If the sky is a social construct, if trees are social constructs, then what is a social construct? Social construct is also a social construct. It's not real. It's a figment of our imagination. Who's to say that the sky is a social construct when social construct is just a social construct? Who's to say that I don't know. Matt says we're reaching new meta levels. Yeah. The concept of a social construct being a social construct is in itself a social construct. And so if a social construct is a social construct, and a social construct is a social construct is a social construct, then what even is a social construct? That's the question. What even is a social construct? Do you even know what a social construct is? Huh? Does anyone know what a social construct is? Alright, now we're going to parent Patrick to the new point. Or we're going to parent the new point to Patrick. So the new point is Patrick's parent, which means Patrick moves with the new point. As you'll see here shortly once the feed loads. Matt says that's why I play Minecraft. Minecraft is a social construct. See? See how Patrick moves with the scene? Let's watch this again. Patrick moves with the scene. Watch the scene move, watch Patrick move with it. That's what I did all that tracking for, so that Patrick moves smoothly. He smoothly moves along with the scene. Now, I need to duplicate this layer. I need to duplicate it, and I need to turn it upside down. And this is what I'm gonna do with this one. This is how you make shadows. You add, we're gonna delete these. You add brightness and you duplicate that. Now it's black. And you add a blur effect. The shadows are a little bit blurry. And then you bring it down to 44. You bring down the opacity. And now, look, now he's got a shadow. But we're not done yet, because we need to adjust the length of the shadow is too long. So we're gonna shorten the shadow. There it is. Patrick has a shadow. The shadow is also parented to the new point, and so the shadow and Patrick will both move along smoothly. They both move along. Swoosh, swoosh. Watch Patrick move. Wow. All right. 4RW says you wasted like 15 minutes of your life doing that. Yes, I did, and you wasted 15 minutes of your life watching that. You could have stopped world hunger. No, I was counting on you to stop world hunger while I stop world depression. My job is to stop world depression. Your job is to stop world hunger, okay? So the way in which I stop world depression is I make funny YouTube videos, and the way in which you stop world hunger is you donate to all the starving kids in America. I would say Africa, but America's got enough problems, so you should just donate to the starving kids in America. Africa's fine. They'll do fine all by themselves. They don't need your help. They don't need the help. Africa is good, okay? People need to chill with Africa. You don't need to support Africa. They can support themselves. They're strong, independent people. They can do it by themselves. They don't need you know, colonizers to hold their hands through everything. Okay? Leave Africa alone. Stop donating shoes and clothes and food, okay? Keep the shoes and clothes and food to America. Look, there's lots of homeless Americans. We should be focusing on them first. And then once all the homeless people no longer exist in America, then we can worry about supporting Africa and other countries, okay? Africans are smart. They can do things by themselves. They don't need our help. So, you know, we shouldn't enable them to be lazy by giving them lots of free stuff. All right. Ooh. Oh, I know what needs to go with this.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
Adios. Adios, 4RW. Have a nice night. Matt says, alright guys, it's 2 a.m. here, take care. Hey, have a nice night. See you around.
I have been waiting a long time for this moment, dummy.
I wonder if that will work. Let's see if we can make that work. Palpatine helps arrogance.
Love changes what is. I have been waiting a long time for this moment, dummy. I have been waiting a long time for this moment, dummy. I have been waiting a long time for this moment, dummy. I have been waiting a long time for this moment, dummy. I have been waiting a long time for this moment, dummy. I have been waiting a long time for this moment, dummy. I have been waiting a long time for this moment, dummy. I have waited a long time for this.
Nobody calls me dummy!
Yep.
Master Black, you survived. Yo, what's going on? Master Black says, darn it, it's 3 a.m. for me, but I showed up to say hi, and also, why the hell are there so many dislikes? I don't know. I don't have the browser extension that allows me to see dislikes, so I couldn't tell you how many dislikes there were even if I wanted to. I had no idea people were disliking the video. I don't know where you even got the idea that people dislike the video. Nobody dislikes my videos. They love my videos. And if anyone tries to dislike one of my videos, then they are going to suffer severe punishment at my hands. Mark my words. If anyone dislikes any one of my videos, they're gonna be in big trouble. Big, big trouble. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? No one is allowed to dislike any of my videos. Ever. If you want to, you can dislike any one of my videos. Master Bleck says there are 155 dislikes. That's so epic. I don't think I've ever had so much engagement on a live stream in ever. If there were 155 dislikes, that would be amazing. I actually wouldn't care if there were 155 dislikes, because I've never gotten so many likes or dislikes on a live stream before. So if there were that many dislikes, man, I'd be so happy for that.
Nobody calls me dummy!
Master Bleck says, I better go to bed because my eyes are shutting down on their own. Dang, you must be tired. Well, I hope you have a nice night. Sleep well. Sleep well, Master Bleck. Gorilla Monkey Man Butt. Yo, what's going on? Welcome. How you doing? Gorilla Monkey Man Butt says, Jar Jar, where do you get your inspirations? Some of the ideas are from me, some of the ideas are from the audience, like Patrick Star versus Palpatine. I thought of before, but I just never made it. But other people really wanted it, so they asked for it, and so I'm making it. Sometimes I'm just watching a movie and there's something that will stick out to me. I'm like, oh, I can fit this into Star Wars somehow. Johnny Doe says, what's up? How's the progress going? It's going pretty good. I think this video should be done by tomorrow. Patrick Star vs. Palpatine should come out tomorrow, I think. Gorilla Monkey Man Butt says Patrick would win. Well, since you're here, you get the inside scoop. Patrick is not gonna win. He's going to be disintegrated into ash by the end of the video, so he is gonna get a punch in. He's gonna punch Palpatine. Basically, the way it's gonna go is Patrick would win if he was smart, because he has enough power to defeat Palpatine, but he just doesn't realize it, so he'll end up losing for that reason.
Nobody calls me dummy!
UFO underscore above says W stream. He says, am I early to the stream? No, you are actually very late to this stream because this stream will likely end shortly, and then I will begin the Oblivion stream after. And so you can be early. I'll say this: you can be early to the Oblivion stream, but you are very late to this stream because this one is coming to an end.
I have waited a long time for this.
Nobody calls me dummy!
4RW says you should give Patrick an Uzi. I don't think so. Determination says, so have you did what I tell you to do, you know already, Tiff? Nope, I did not. I did not do it. I did not do it. I'm busy. I have to make this SpongeBob video. I don't have time to do that. Oh, I just realized I got the wrong side. Hmm. 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 Ah, perfect. This is what I need. Alright. Alright, we're gonna end it there for now. I will be back shortly for Oblivion. So thank you to everyone who watched. Goodbye for now. I'll be right back. See you.